Hello, Nick, and welcome to our kitchen today. Today is about stew, the Nigerian stew. Okay, let's get to it. Now, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please press the subscribe button. This will be like a master class how to make the Nigerian stew. Okay, you are going to learn things to avoid when you're making Nigerian stew. It's not just about tomatoes, pepper, and onions and There is a lot of things that you have to be very careful of. Okay, when you're making a Nigerian stew. Now there are various ways of making the Nigerian stew. Now let me tell you, my mom, she is the living legend when it comes to Nigerian stew. As in, this woman when she makes stew, every single thing you will lick, every single thing, your spoon, your plate. I remember one of the people that used to live in in our neighbors was telling me about one day was telling me about my mom's stew. He said the guy, he said when this woman makes stew that he would just be hanging around. Whenever he calls him, "Pra," the speed that he the way he will run to go and answer her because he knows that my mom will always give him some rice because he's always looking for what. He said that woman can make stew. Her stew is legendary. Now you see my mom. This woman groomed me very well when it comes to making. As in, she will tell. When I was growing, she would taste the stew. I started making stew, she would tell you, it got burnt. Everything that you used in this stew was a waste. The next time she would just be coming in. Ah, who is making that stew? That stew is you have just wasted everything. The next time, your onions is already burnt. I'm just wondering, how does she even know? Eh? It is now that it's after I've mastered how to make Nigerian soup. That's when I can understand everything that she was, doing at that time. So this is a master class. I consider it a master class when it comes to making Nigerian stew. There are things that you need to consider. Okay, you see your onions, you see your tomato. You have to pay attention to very as in close attention. You don't want your tomatoes to burn when you're frying in the oil. You have to stay there to make it, turning it steadily until it's ready. Now, this part that I'm telling you right now, I'm talking about right now, is the part that my mom taught me. But I have, discovered other ways that I can make the time shorter and you still achieve the same thing. And that is what I'm going to share with you today. And that is making the Nigerian stew with tin tomatoes. Yes, some people will, frown at it, but you can actually make a very nice, delicious, finger licking Nigerian stew with just tin tomatoes. And you just have to be careful when you're frying your tin tomatoes. Once it begins to darken, not burnt, once it crosses over from that bright red to slightly brown, huh? That's when you add your onions. Now, in this recipe, it is onions that I use to make it have that body and that feel of using fresh tomatoes. So you have to add a lot of onions. Okay, of course you will see it in the video when we get to cooking. Okay, now after adding the onions, you will also notice in the video that I added the aromatics as the last things. I added even the pepper because all of these things are all the things that makes the Nigerian stew the Nigerian stew. As in, if you carry Nigerian stew the real good Nigerian, you carry it to pass. Yeah, someone will be like, what is that? So all these things I'm telling you today is what you're going to know and learn when you're making your Nigerian stew. You don't put your aromatics like spices way before time. It's going to be the last things that you put in the stew, okay? Because it will stay longer and it will you will have the aroma, the flavor, everything will still be intact. Your pepper flavor, everything will be intact. Okay, now sit back and enjoy our family cooking together. We first fry this with a very little oil, okay? So that and after that we'll now add more oil to fry our meat for the stew. Okay, now I'm adding the oil. Just put a little bit of oil. Eh?
Oh, the tears are coming.
No, the tears are coming. Because I don't want to lose the flavor or mistakenly get it burnt. This is habanero and jalapeno for heat and flavor. Now our stew is ready. I can now add the onions, the blended onions, a lot of onions because I'm using the tin tomatoes. The onions helps to give it that it helps to revive it and gives it that fresh tomatoes flavor. Fried meat now. chorizo. Stir everything for everything to get combined. Now I will cover it for all the things in this pot to get to know each other and play along with each other and become one. Okay? So I will give it like 3 minutes and I'll come back and add the beef stock. I also put the spices last because I also want the flavors.